Hey everyone, today's topic, Michelle Obama's role in campaign 2012. Joanne, I want you to put your campaign strategist cap on, okay? If you were running the re-election campaign for Team Obama, how would you use Michelle Obama?
Well, I think they're already doing a good job because they're already having her out there talking to women's groups and girls' groups. But I think the thing they really need to focus on, which would really resonate, would be going back to her roots, because those are the voters they really want. I mean, she talks sometimes about how she grew up in a working class family, and yes, we know she went to Ivy League schools, but you know, her parents really worked hard. She did not come from a privileged background. I think they really need to put her out there as a spokesperson for someone who's like, I understand what your life is, because that was the life I lived, and so we understand.
Such a good point, because some of the groups where she really does well with include blue collar, men and women, but more women, independents, and we know independent women could decide the election, also Latinas. And we are seeing, you know, she's doing sort of appearing on Ellen, appearing on The Tonight Show.
Sure, gotta check all those
boxes. But don't you think, campaign strategist, part of what this is trying to humanize the president, right? The more she talks about how he sings to her all the time, and Malia and Sasha, do they have cell phones? You think they're an average family, and if you can relate to them as an average family, you might think, that's the family I loved and fell in love with in 2008.
Absolutely, and I think that's what's missing with some of the Republican candidates. So if the president and Michelle Obama can capitalize on that now, they can probably win over a lot of people, especially the independent voters. They want to probably keep her from talking about any controversial issues, and I think that's sad, because I think we want to see first ladies who have opinions on important issues, but I think that would be one thing they would want to steer clear on. What do you think?
The thing is, she's so popular, right? So they have to weigh deploying her because she's so popular, but if she really targets Republicans, candidates, if she really
totally
criticizes Republican policies, that popularity could come down and she could be viewed as being, too political for people.
Of course, the one thing I think they should do, that they need to call both of us about, is to have her more involved in social media. And I know the White House has made some attempts, but if they really want to get the women's vote, they need to put her out there on women's sites, like iVillage, and talk to the women who are already there, because there are millions and millions of women there for other reasons. And if Michelle Obama happens to be there talking about things, that could only be a big plus.
Michelle Obama, you have a standing invitation to appear here on iVillage.com.